What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl, Danielle, and I'm back here with another video. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are part of the crew, welcome back. Thank you for your continuous love and support of this channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe, and that little bell button so you don't miss when I post another video. And enough of the blah, blah, blah. Let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into this video. All right, y'all. So today we're going to be talking about being intentional. First and foremost, let's give it up for the mic. I'm so excited about this mic. I don't think y'all understand. Um, I think it's going to help with a lot of the background noise. So I'm excited for this. If y'all see me looking down, I have my notes right under the camera. So that way I want to make sure I get everything that I want to get out in this video. And so yeah, I take notes, but sometimes I forget things, but I really want to make sure I get everything out in this video. So being intentional. Being intentional, I feel like is very broad, but I'm gonna try to touch on some key things. The point of this video is just showing up for yourself. Like you have to show up for you, and in order for you to show up for you, you have to be intentional about a lot of the things that you ingest, right? So I remember talking to this guy. He looked so young. He looked younger than what he actually was, and the question that was asked was, "What is your secret?" And his response was, "Watch what you ingest." And he's like, not just the food, but like just what you watch, what you listen to, conversations you've had with people. Like you have to be intentional about that stuff. He didn't say that verbatim, but in so many words, that's basically what he was saying. Be intentional about what you're ingesting. And so I don't know about anybody else, but I'm in a stage of my life where I am very intentional about a lot of things. Like I have to be intentional because me being intentional is allowing me to show up for myself in ways that I haven't been. And so I have to be very intentional about my actions, about the conversations that I'm having, about the way that I speak externally as well as internally. And so, just to get into some bit more of detail, being intentional about your goals, being intentional about setting routine is very important. When you set routine, you set goals, it allows you to strive towards a mark, a goal, a passion, right? Instead of just being in autopilot. Autopilot to me is just surviving. Just like doing what I need to do to get to pay bills and that's it. And we don't want to just survive. We want to thrive. And so I really believe like you have to be intentional about setting routine. Now I'm not saying set routine and just become boring. No. And then on top of that, life happens. So when I say set routine, it's more about showing up for yourself and staying committed to what it is that you're trying to stay committed to. For instance, something that a lot of people work towards, but just one small example is something as small as working out, right? I've decided that I want to take my physical health more serious. So as a result, we decide 3 to 4 times a week. I set the routine 3 to 4 times a week to work out. However, I didn't say Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I just said 3 to 4 times a week. Now, if it works for you to set specific days because that's just how your schedule works, cool. But for me, 3 to 4 times a week. If I commit to 3 to 4 times a week, it could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. It could be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. It could be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like whatever it looks like for you, you set the routine in place, but you allow life to happen because you might set Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then be like, well, because I didn't work out Wednesday, you beating yourself up. No, I didn't work out Wednesday, but I have this amount of more days to work out because I said 3 to 4 days. I didn't say a specific day. Life happens. You might decide today I want to do this instead of working out, whatever. But long as you stick to those couple of days out of the week, it allows you to stick to your routine and stay committed to yourself. And so as well as goal setting, like if you're goal setting, It allows you to look forward to something. Maybe it's something small. It don't always got to be something humongous because the small steps count. Maybe you have one big goal, but all the small goals that you have in between that you stay committed to. Set those goals. So that way you're not just on autopilot, just like doing your thing, and you're not really going towards whatever your goal, your purpose, your calling is, whatever your journey is. Another thing you have to be intentional about. Be intentional about your boundaries. Um, Boundaries are very important, and this is something that I still struggle with, but also am getting somewhat better with. You have to set boundaries. Boundaries allow you to say no, allows you to not allow certain things to be. Um, so that way you have room to show up for yourself, do things for yourself that you commit to, as well as have better relationships with people that feed you the way you need to be fed. And so saying no, right? I remember talking to, I like to call her my mom. We were talking about saying no. She was like, when somebody she knows always tells her no is a complete sentence, which it is. And I also made the statement like, you never have to explain yes. Never. When a person asks you to do something or go somewhere or for something, when you say yes, it's just that. They don't ever say, well, why you say yes? No. But then when you say no, it's always why, why, why? Why should you have to explain your no? Your no is your no. And learning to say no and not feeling like you have to explain yourself is very vital, because you just may not have it in you to give or do a thing. And that's valid. It don't have to come with an explanation. And so that is key. Also saying like you're not gonna allow certain behaviors in your life, right? Or certain behaviors to be done towards you, because you set the boundary for how you expect to be treated, how you desire to be treated. So that way you're having relationships that are pouring just as much as you're pouring, as well as just like just being what you expect uh, in a relationship with someone, not just romantically, friendships and other relationships, as well as family relationships. Um, Also protect your energy. Protect. We say it all the time. I'm protecting my energy. No, but seriously, protect your energy. People are leeches. People can drain you with some of the energy that they bring. If you're not mindful, they will leech. And you really have to protect your energy. Be around the things that you desire to be. Be around the people that you desire to be. When you do that, you set yourself up to speak and to interact and to exist the way you desire. If you want to be peaceful, be around peaceful people. If you want to be calm, be around calm people. If you want to be joyful, be around joyful people. Because when you are around that, it's only naturally that you're going to become. And so I think being intentional about the energies that you're ingesting is very important, as well as being mindful of the conversations that you're having, right? Certain conversations drain more than they like restore or fill up. Be really mindful about the conversations that you're having, because if you're not mindful about those conversations, you could leave a conversation and just feel like, what did you gain from it? It feel like it drained you. Like, be mindful of the conversations that you're having. Not also like, when I say conversations, I know it sounds very much externally, but also internally. Like, you got to be mindful of the conversations you're having with yourself, within yourself, the way you're speaking to yourself internally, because what you feel and what you say to yourself internally only comes out externally. So if you're negative talking on the inside and you're not extending yourself grace and you're just beating yourself up, it only comes out externally. So be mindful about how you talk to yourself. Um, I think that is very important. Know yourself, right? Know and be aware. I promise, when you're in knowing of yourself, you can feel when something externally isn't right. You can feel when the energy is draining to you. You can feel when something just ain't is clashing. Like I've always been aware of like what clashes externally because my soul like nah, it's just not. Pay attention, know yourself, know your body, because it will let you know what it is that you need to be more intentional about. Oh, I need to be intentional about not having a conversation, not interacting, not being around this. So that way you can really show up for yourself the way you need to and be at peace and be, you know, where you need to be holistically. So the whole point is like being intentional allows you to show up for you. We in the season of showing up for ourselves. We got I believe I posted this on my TikTok, but just about like I heard somewhere, I don't remember who said it, but I remember hearing a video where someone said, though you lacking to show up for yourself is just a representation of the respect that you have for yourself. We got to have way more respect for ourselves and show up for ourselves. And showing up for yourself means being intentional about what you're ingesting. Not I mean food, yes, but also like just everything else. Be mindful of what you're watching. Be mindful of what you're listening to. Be mindful of the conversations you're having. Because all of that contributes to how you're showing up for yourself. So, like I said, showing up for yourself is key. We're showing up, we're thriving, we're not just surviving. Like, we got things to do. And so, with that being said, that's why I always say this stuff isn't easy. It's a process, it's a journey. And along with being intentional, extending yourself grace, kindness, and love. So that way you are allowing yourself to be human. We are human. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to lack in certain areas. We might catch something today, may not catch it tomorrow, but long as you are trying your best, what is today's best may not be the same as yesterday's best or even tomorrow's best, but long as you show up your best today for yourself, that's just key. Always extend yourself love and grace because it's a journey. It's not something that just happens overnight. It takes time. And just know that I also say I'm an advocate for therapy. If you need help, find a therapist. They that's what they're there for. And so until next time, peace, love, and blessings.